To add or subtract fractions, we need to cross multiply. So 5 times 2x is 10x. Minus 3 times x plus 2 over, multiply the bottom 2, 3 times 2x is 6x. Expand the bracket, gets minus 3x minus 6. 10x subtract 3x is 7x, subtract 6 over 6x. Differentiate, so we need to multiply by the old power. So we had a third, and we're going to multiply by the power which is 3, which makes 1. 1 less than 3 is 2. This has got a hidden 1, so negative 9 multiplied by the old power of 1 is negative 9. 1 less than 1 is 0, so we don't write anything. We want to know where this is negative. So negative is less than 0. The opposite of subtract 9 is to add 9. And the opposite of squaring is square rooting. So we get x is less than 3. But when we square root, we have to remember that there's a negative answer as well. So there might be a negative 3. And x will be bigger than it, so negative 3 less than x less than 3. Always start in the middle, so 15 study everything. 21 for geography and history, so this means to add to 21, but I already know about 15, so that's 6 left. Geography and RS makes 16. I already know about 15, so that leaves 1. 30 study geography. I've already got 22, so that means 8 more. 18 study only religious studies, so that's this bit, nothing with geography and nothing with history. Then in total, I know about 34 so far, and I need 37 in total. So I need 3 more to also do history. And there are 65 altogether. So far I've got 51. So there's another 14 who must be the historians. A Year 11 who studies history and religious studies, so one of these 18. Which ones do not study geography? And 3, so 3 out of 18. Proportion question. So T equals K times cube of answer R cubed. Put in the numbers. And the opposite of multiply is divide. So 21.76 over 4 cubed is 0.34. So the formula is T equals 0.34 times R cubed. When R is 6, so let's swap R for a 6 and get an answer. 73.44. Surface area of a solid hemisphere. So there's a hemisphere. So a full sphere is 4 pi r squared, but I've got half of it. And there's a circle on the bottom, which is another pi r squared. Curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. And we're told that these are the same. The radius of the cylinder is twice the radius of the hemisphere. Oh, the radius of the cylinder is twice the radius of the hemisphere. So I've got a half times 4, which is 2, plus another one, so I've got 3 pi r squared equals 2 times 2 is 4 pi r h. Cancel my pi's. Cancel one of the r's, so I end up with, I can divide by 4, 3r over 4 equals the height of the cylinder. So the volume of the hemisphere it's a hemisphere, so it's half of, volume of a whole sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Volume of the cylinder is pi r squared h. We want this as a ratio. So a half times 4/3 is 2/3 pi r cubed, compared to pi r squared times h, which I know is 3r over 4. Cancel the pi's. R squared times another r is r cubed. So I've got 2/3 to 3/4. And I want to change it to 1 to something. So to go from 2/3 to 1, I need to multiply bottom divided by top, 3 over 2. Let's multiply this by 3 over 2. Gives me 9 over 8. So m is 9 over 8.